Imagine yourself sitting in front of the TV and watching a NASCAR race. Your heartbeat raises as the tracks with multiple laps are covered. Suddenly, you see two cars being rubbed against each other. What will you do? You will get up and move closer to the TV screen for a better view. The curiosity to know more about the physical condition of the drivers will be running through your veins. The medical team and the firing squad running toward the accident spot will give you an adrenaline rush. So strap in and get ready for the ride of a lifetime as we take you through the top 5 most brutal NASCAR moments of all time. Without further delay, let's get started. 1960 Daytona Modified Sportsman Race. This wreck, which occurred in 1960 at the Daytona Modified Sportsman Race, is known as the most brutal NASCAR wreck of all time. When the race started, a total of 73 cars were lined up to compete. The race holds importance as the drivers of the car were not ordinary. Future legends Ralph Earnhardt, Junior Johnson, and Edward Glenn were the participants in this race. Less than 2 minutes into the race, 37 cars out of the 73 were involved in the crash on turn 4 of the first lap. As you imagine the crash, you might think of the injuries and fatalities there. Luckily, there were no fatalities or life-threatening injuries even after such a brutal wreck. Another point that makes this race special is that NASCAR no longer allows fields of this size. 1993 Winston 500. Rusty Wallace endured one of his most painful crashes during the 1993 Winston 500 at Talladega Superspeedway. The race was about to end, with Rusty Wallace securing the top 5 when a shoddy bump altered the course of events from Dale Earnhardt. Before the automobile automatically reversed, Wallace would spin on the first stretch. Wallace flipped many times at a very high rate of speed as a result, causing the number 2 machine to go off. The moment was so brutal to witness that the audience could clearly watch Rusty Wallace inside the car. The car that Rusty Wallace was driving was the 1989 NASCAR Champions car. It was completely destroyed. The wrist of Rusty Wallace broke during the crash and he suffered from other minor injuries. Wallace lost the season championship to Dale Earnhardt by 80 points, but without this terrible crash, he probably would have won. If you like our content, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. 1964 Indy 500 pileup. NASCAR-obsessed people already know why 1964 is considered dark in NASCAR history. On the track, one of the most violent tragic collisions in NASCAR history occurred. NASCAR fans lost not 1 but 2 drivers in the crash. Driver Dave McDonald was a talented driver. His car was fast in speed but unstable. During the first lap of the Indy 500, his car was observed losing control at many points. The car's instability increases during the second lap and loses total control. McDonald was trapped inside the automobile when it slammed into the wall and rapidly caught fire. More cars were struck as the automobile slipped back onto the track. Fellow racer Eddie Sachs couldn't control his car and resultantly hit McDonald's car. Both of the cars exploded, causing Eddie Sachs' death instantly. McDonald died later due to burning injuries. It was the first time the race had to be halted due to an accident. It was marked as one of the most brutal NASCAR moments of all time. 2001 Darlington Raceway Steve Park. In car crashes, most racers suffer from brutal wounds instead of death. They get to live a life of misery. A similar accident happened in Steve Park from the United States at the Darlington Raceway in 2001. Park took the leading step in the accident as he wrenched his steering wheel off. When Park's car swerved left across the track, his fellow racer Larry Foyt was involved. Both of the cars crashed. Resultantly, Park suffered severe injuries, including severe brain damage and a lifelong speech impediment. 2009 NASCAR crash in Mexico. Carlos Pardo, a Mexican racing driver who competed in 74 NASCAR Corona Series events, claimed 8 victories. He is considered lucky as he was leading the race when he crashed. No racer can dream of a better death. He lost his life in a horrifying crash during the Mexico Series race. Pardo's car was hit from behind, after which his automobile slammed head-on into the uncovered end of the inside wall and it disintegrated. We are sure your NASCAR-obsessed friends would love to know about the most brutal NASCAR moments of all time. Do share it with them. If you want to keep watching NASCAR-related content, hit the bell icon after subscribing to our channel. Bye guys!